Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video about profitable Herblore experience. In this video I'm going to be talking about aggression potions and how you can actually make money making the aggression potions. These potions are also 500,000 or more experience an hour depending on what boost you're using. I'm going to cover it all in this video, so let's get into it. First up, the requirements. You need 82 Herblore to actually make the aggression potions, so that's the main requirement here. All of these additional things actually allow you to profit while making them, and if you don't get these things, then you won't actually profit. The first things is using a portable well, which you can go on a portables location. Just join the French chat portables, ask for a well, and it's normally like 84 Combat Academy. That well normally always has a well, but sometimes it will be in other worlds. And then alongside that portable well, you want a scroll of cleansing. These two things allow you to proc to save money. The scroll of cleansing saves searing ashes, and the portable well makes additional potions. The other thing that you want is you want to have a modified botanist head add-on. You can obtain this modified botanist head add-on from Flash Powder Factory. It should take you just over an hour to get this head add-on if you don't have it already, so it's very useful to go get it and invest some time in actually obtaining this, because it has another 5% chance on top of the portable well to make an additional potion. So you're going to have a 15% chance to make an additional potion and a 10% chance to save a searing ash. This is what all comes together to actually make you money. The only other thing that you need is some gold to invest in supplies. The only problem with aggression potions is even just for an hour worth of supplies, it's going to cost you over 100 mil. So if you don't have much money to invest, this method may not be for you. But even if you have 50 mil, you can invest for half an hour, go to the GE and repeat the process. But the more money you have, the longer you'll be able to do it for without actually going to the GE and sorting all of that out. So I definitely advise having like 100 mil or more to invest in supplies. Enough of the requirements, let's talk about the setup. The setup is pretty straightforward. Obviously, you have your 14 Bloodweed unfinished potions and your 14 Searing Ashes in your inventory. For my worn inventory, I have an offhand with Wise 3 so I can get some extra experience. And then I have the full botanist outfit with the modified head. The only additional thing that you want in your setup is a botanist amulet. This amulet is super important. These amulets have 5 charges, and every time it uses up a charge, it gives you an additional dose of a potion and changes it to a 4 dose instead of a 3 dose. While making aggression pots, this is a hell of a lot of money that this botanist amulet gives you. The only other things that you can use are helpful XP boosts like a 6% same world avatar. 10% pulse scores are going off quite a lot in portable wells, so you should have that as well. You can use your 10% from your Hellion aura. You get your 10% from the portable well, and you can get your 6% from your outfit. So just with these boosts alone, that's 42% more experience. And if you obviously take away the Hellion aura, because you can't have that all the time, you're constantly getting 32% more experience. Really awesome when all of these buffs stack up. What I wanted to do was buy one of the Searing Ashes and sell it, and then do the same with the Bloodweed potions. This way I could get the margins of the items to see if it was worth slow buying them or not. The Bloodweed potions only had a 450 margin, so I just instantly bought all of my Bloodweed potions for 13,500 each. Whereas the Searing Ashes have over a 1,500 margin, which means it's definitely worth slow buying those. I bought 2,500 Searing Ashes for an hour's worth of the potions. I managed to get them at 30,000 GP each slowly, but it did take me about an hour to buy them all. So what I'm going to do at the end is I'm going to show the profit if I slow bought them and the profit if I instantly bought them. Because I know not everyone will want the offer to sit there for an hour before they actually get their stuff to make their items with. Slow buying is great if you have the time and the patience, but insta buying is what most people do, so I want to show both of those margins. The only thing while using these botanist amulets is they don't actually stack once they've used some charges. The best way I found to do this is I'd wait until I got about 10 or 20 amulets that were used and then couldn't stack. Then I would look in the bank and I would equip that botanist amulet that has already been used. Then I would change my preset and save over it with a used botanist amulet instead of a new one. This way it will use up all of the ones that have charges already taken away. Then once all of the ones with the charges taken away have been used up, you can then just replace it with the unused ones and repeat the process over and over again. This is the only thing you have to watch out for really. You can make it so you have like 40 used ones, but they won't stack, so it can take up a lot of bank space. So it just depends how much bank space you actually have to how many you can have unstacked at the same time, before then switching your preset so that you have the botanist amulets with charges already used. Taking a look at the potions I had at the end of the hour after making 2,500, I used up 30 botanist amulets. The botanist amulets cost me 7k each, so it was 210,000 GP for the botanist amulets. But these 30 botanist amulets used up gave me 151 extra doses of aggression pots. These 151 extra doses worked out to be 1.7 mil, so the botanist amulets alone made me 1.5 million GP in that hour. I also managed to save 282 Searing Ashes and proc an additional 90 free dose potions, obviously alongside getting the 151 4 doses as well. This is pretty much the averages you'll see for every single hour you do, and I'm just going to quickly go into a breakdown for you all. Lastly, looking into the GP and XP breakdown, I just want to say before I start this, the prices of aggression pots do change a fair amount. Sometimes the Searing Ashes are a lot more expensive or the aggression pots drop a little bit, but supply and demand always makes them pretty decent. So you may not make a ton of money sometimes and it may just be break even, but I've done this for the last year or so on and off and it's always a little bit of profit or break even. Anyway, now that's out of the way, you can make 2,500 in 1 hour, which is 550k to 600k experience an hour depending on what boost you're using and if there's a constant pulse score in the portables world. The cost for materials, if I slow bought them all, which I did, was 110.4 mil for those 2,500 to start with. The cost for the materials, if I instantly bought them, would have been 112.9 mil. The aggression potions, if I slow sold them, which I did, would have been 115.6 million GP. And the aggression potions, if I instantly sold them, were 114.6 mil. This means if you look at the GP an hour, if you're slow buying and slow selling, which remember will take about an hour to buy everything and about an hour to sell everything, so you do have to calculate that into it. So if you're going to go do other stuff after making your potions, that's fine. But if you're looking to constantly make potions, slow buying and slow selling probably isn't the way for you to go. Either way, I made 5.2 million GP for that hour by slow buying and slow selling. If I instantly bought everything and instantly sold everything, my GP an hour would have still been 1.5 million. So either way, even instantly buying and instantly selling, you're making a little bit of money because of the botanist amulet being so awesome on top of all of the other things. So if you're impatient, you can break even or make a bit of money most of the time, but if you are patient, it's always profit pretty much. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope it was useful and you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3, and until next time, see ya.